And now it's time for this week's
The Dazzle
Snappy News,
Podcast
Snappy
is
News,
brought to you
Snappy
by the
News.
Dazzle Cleaning Company, the gayest cleaning company in America. But don't worry, you don't have to be part of the LGBTQIA community to hire or to work at Dazzle. I'm Logan, the founder of the Dazzle Cleaning Company. Welcome to the Dazzle Podcast. Each podcast will either be labeled as a client podcast or as an employee podcast. And the only point of the podcast is to get you information in the way you want it. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so today we're talking about green cleaning and how to find a great green cleaning company and how to green clean yourself. So first of all, green cleaning is not just about using green products, although that is definitely part of it. We want to use a little bit more of an expanded definition to also include using green tactics and green methods. So when you're talking about green cleaning products, we're talking about using non-toxic, less toxic, biodegradable cleaning products. And these are, of course, available in wherever you get them, Amazon, supermarket, drugstore. And also you can make your own, most of which are relatively simple to make and are pretty effective. Some are extremely effective. So when we're thinking about green cleaning products, one thing that we love using at Dazzle is our sparkle spray, which we make ourselves. And you can make this yourself as well. It's really effective. It works on almost everything. And so here's what you do. Get a 16-ounce spray bottle, put a 1/4 cup of Dr. Bronner's pure Castile soap in it, and then 16 ounces of water. Give it a shake. If you want, you can add 10 to 20 drops of essential oil. And this product works great on tubs, toilets, sinks, showers, counters, mirrors, floors, faucets, plastic. You can even use it on mirrors and windows. However, if you are going to use it on glass or shiny things, it can streak. So what I recommend doing is reduce it from 1/4 cup of Dr. Bronner's pure Castile soap to 1/8 cup of Dr. Bronner's pure Castile soap. If you're a super good cleaner and you're experienced, you can use the 1/4 cup without getting streaks. But if you tend to have problems with streaks, then just water it down by about twice as much. All right. So you can choose any type of Dr. Castile pure Castile soap, but be mindful of the peppermint soap or the peppermint scent if you have pets, because peppermint is not good for cats. I'm not sure about dogs. We just don't use peppermint at all at Dazzle for that reason. And so you can choose essential oils, but again, don't use peppermint if you have pets. I love using tea tree oil. It's great. So the next thing you want to do is think about how to reduce your plastic. So if you're making your own cleaning products or using concentrated products, that's a great first step, because single-use plastic it's terrible. Even if you're recycling it, it's much better to be minimizing the amount of plastic you're using and then recycling from there rather than just like churning through bottles, which is why we moved to concentrate originally. The other thing about using concentrate is that when you're shipping cleaning products that aren't concentrated, you're basically shipping water. And so you're burning energy and all of the associated effects of that to ship water when it's completely unnecessary. So you can lower your carbon footprint just by moving to concentrate. And then at Dazzle, there's a bunch of other single-use plastic that we used in the beginning that we stopped using, like toothbrushes to clean with. We moved to bamboo toothbrushes. Trash liners, we moved to compostable ones. We buy in bulk whenever we can, which reduces packaging and plastic. Anytime we have a company event that doesn't have reusable plates, flatware, we always use compostable. And this is something that we would have never done at Dazzle, even when we were figuring out the green cleaning thing. But a lot of people like to use those single Clorox wipes, the single wipe things. So those, of course, you're going to toss that plastic, even if it's recyclable. I mean, it's not that great. And it's all of the paper product associated with the towels. it is more effective and much more environmentally friendly to just use reusable cleaning cloths or microfiber cloths, cotton cloths, whatever you prefer. And they work better. They're more effective than paper towels, and they're more effective than Clorox wipes when you prepare them for the job that you want to have done. For Dazzle, one thing that we were able to do is, and this was a big project, it took us a long time to figure it out, but we have been able to reduce the amount of time that our cleaners spend driving by more than half in the last, I think, since 26. This is something that was not going to be important when you're thinking about cleaning your own home, but when you're looking at other cleaning companies, that's something to think about. And now we're going to take a quick break and go to Snappy News.
And now it's time for this week's Snappy News.
This week's Snappy News is from The Onion. From Columbus, Ohio, receiving widespread condemnation from residents and government officials alike, the neo-Nazi march that took place in Ohio's capital on Saturday was slammed for not procuring the proper documents. This is not the kind of nation we are. This is a country where we go down to City Hall and complete all the proper forms before parading through the streets with red masks and swastika flags, said 53-year-old Jillian Fisher, who has resided in the city for decades, adding that she was horrified by seeing such a blatantly unsanctioned event. It's absolutely disgusting that anyone would fail to go through the appropriate bureaucratic channels like this in the year 2024. If I wanted to strike fear into the hearts of my Jewish neighbors, I would pay $110 first like a true American. At press time, the neo-Nazis had apologized for making the harmful assumption that people would just be excited to have a parade. Oh, news from The Onion in ever darker news days. And back to our cleaning. We are talking about additional things that cleaning companies can do to become carbon neutral or to become greener. At Dazzle, we are a carbon neutral company. So what that means is we have partnered with My Climate, which is a Swiss NGO. We try to reduce our carbon emissions as much as possible. And then any remaining carbon emissions that we have, we pay this NGO carbon credits. So to offset the carbon through community projects like planting trees and other things that reduce carbon. Now, is carbon neutrality perfect? No, but we are in quite the pickle right now with climate. So my motto is to attack the problem on all the fronts that we can attack the problem with. So am I aware of all of the downsides of carbon neutrality and the concept of it? Yes. Am I going to continue to do it anyway because it's better than nothing? Also, yes. And if you want to send me emails about that, you can. I get a lot of them. Okay. Additionally, your review plants a tree. Anytime we're reviewed on Google, then there is a different NGO called Review Forest. They're connected to our Google accounts. They see that we got a new review. They plant a tree, and then they charge us for the tree, whatever. That's what we pay, not what you guys pay. And so far, we have planted more than 660, 780, we planted over 800 trees with Review Forest so far. And again, people don't always like this. I get it. I know that this is not a full solution to climate change, but I am not in a position where I know how to have a full solution to climate change. So again, we're doing what we can do and what we know how to do. The next thing that I wanted to touch on is be aware of greenwashing and how to avoid it. So there are some certificates that you can get to label yourself as a green company. And we've done a few of those in the past. I'm sure we still have some of them. But anytime we've done them, it's just been like, they just send you a questionnaire that you respond in whatever way the business owner or whoever is answering it wants to respond. And then usually you pay a bit of money, and then they give you a badge you can put on your website. So this is not really, as of now, we don't have a good way to regulate this. So my advice is to be a smart consumer. If a cleaning company or any company says that they are green, then you could just ask them when you're booking or look on their website or send them an email. What practices do you guys have in place that make you a green company? If they are really committed to being green, it's probably going to say something on their website about it, not just that they're green, but how they became green. And if you ask a company how they became a green cleaning company or a green company, and they aren't really that green, they're just going to ignore you or ignore the question. If they answer you, it's probably because they get this question because they market that way. And so they have examples and they can explain what they're doing. Now, could a company explain what they're doing and not actually be doing it? Yeah, theoretically, but honestly, being a small business owner, it's so much work. You really don't have time to run around creating fictions and putting those. It's just not how it works. Most companies are just going to be forthright with you if for no other reason than they are limited in time and energy. Is it more expensive to hire a green cleaning company than a regular cleaning company? No, it is not. And what are the benefits of hiring a green cleaning company? Better for you, better for your family and people that live in your home, better for pets, better for the environment. Yeah, those are the benefits. Also, I think another benefit that we don't really talk about a lot is the chemically smell of clean. Some people like that. I don't like that. I prefer like a more subtle, kind of natural smell, which includes like it smells clean, but it's not like Clorox clean. That's a specific, or Pine Sol, whatever. Those kind of smells, I think a lot of people don't really like that much. And so using green cleaning products just softens the smell. All right. I hope that answers your questions about hiring a green cleaning company.
Thanks for listening to the Dazzle Podcast. Join us again for more dazzling info next week. Until then, have a fabulous gay-ass week.